barrels down in the shroud and just heal up with oranges and just play at distance. As everything's been locked in, it's Larssen on the Akali, and Finn is playing that Ryze in the top lane. So, not quite getting the optimal matchup with the GP into the Akali. I would rather be playing GP into Akali than GP into Ryze, because GP does need a little bit of time, a little bit of items.
Jeski is looking for his gank onto Finn. He's going to jump in with the ward, slow down, has the red buff. Finn trying to trade back, jumps in. Looks like Finn will be able to walk this one out. I think that comes through a little bit. That's a big engagement. Vando jumps in, maybe a little bit too early, but actually baits in the rest of the AST bot lane. They're going to be forced to back off with the flashes. Dive because Ryze can be quite tricky. He has used the Realm Warp though. He's going to back off. And it looks like they're just going to try and take the plates on the bottom side of the map. We have Sound returned. And AS Trencin just trying to make a direct trade, 1-for-1, I believe, across the bottom and the top side.
Okay, so we now have the potential engagement in. Of course, the flash.
Trying on Chandler, gets the knock up there. In comes the Braum ultimate, but that's a brilliant Zac ultimate coming through. First blood goes to Larssen. Are they going to get Bass too? Yes, they will. No questions asked.
In this,
and that'll be a double kill.
Line we saw win the last European Masters. They waited for these no-risk plays, such as diving a gangplank with 3 people.
Yeah, and I think because the flash was burnt, Larssen picks up another kill. Don't even have to think. That was just yes.
Every single lane doing quite well here, and I think can't discount that, but looks like AS Trencin maybe the quicker ones onto this dragon, so they think that'll make them less likely to go for it. Either way, though, they're going to be able to make a play down to what?
One drone, he's dead. I mean, I don't even really need to say it, or I think he's dead. It has to be forced to flash out of Woolite, but yeah, he does eventually go down. Interested in what they're doing. I'm going to stop that point. It looks like Rogue are just going to go straight up for a 20-minute, 40-second battle.
What they've done is they've made sure AS Trencin are super scared of walking forward here, and now jump.
And they jump in onto Lee. He's so low, forced to flash over the wall. They're trying to charm up onto the Ezreal. He does, but Chakra now going to get flanked by Spear on the back line. He's isolated. He's not going to go any further than that. Rogue's Baron attempt stops where it is, although Cassiopeia on the top side, he gets engaged on by Larssen, who picks up the kill. Just caught that on the top end of your screen. And AS Trencin, the Rogue, roster quite a lot. Now, the next is an Infernal Drake coming through. It is going to be a 4v5 if AS Trencin choose to try and engage this. The
Jake, he looks for the steal.
He does look for the steal, but he's nowhere near it. And the rest of AS Trencin will back off here.
So he was angling forward, but
peeling back from that. You've got the Braum ultimate too. So, I mean, like, I think they've got options. I think it's hard to avoid that. But I'm just saying that I do think there are options for AS Trencin.
My point is, I think AS Trencin...
And the Baron is now going to be started up once more. The dance continues. A ballet that we've seen in many games.
Watch Jakey, though, because they're going to try and engage. They're not going to allow the Lee Sin the 50-50 smite.
I think that's a good idea. Losing that 50-50 smite is definitely a way to stop your advantage, and this is going to be the engage on to AS Trencin. Immediately, the Braum gets decimated on the front side, and that is going to be everything from Rogue. They don't want to commit any further the cause of his health coming back. It looks like Jeski now on the sideline. He's going to be realm warped onto. The rest of Rogue are going to commit here. Shaka on the top side, nothing he can do as Rogue storm in. A double kill for Larssen, and this should be Baron.
Yeah, it should be an easy one for them. One thing to note as well, Larssen's also a previous EU Masters finalist, so is with the current form they're looking at, and I know this is one of the weaker teams of the group, they're on that way steadily. I think finals maybe a bit of a jump. But there.
That's Cassiopeia ultimate looking for the steal. Doesn't happen.
So
I
want to see a more controlled win from them. Again, inspired. We have Ander are on the side, looking for that engage that could end this game.
They are going forward. Who jumps in onto the Ezreal. He's going low. Shaka now getting absolutely obliterated by Larssen. Wanderer is going to be the next target, but they are starting to kite back. That is the kite potential of the AST roster, and they actually managed to get Cell Division out of the Zac. The teleport comes through to save his life, and he will manage to respawn as that teleport completes. So they have not lost a kill, but you do need to respect the AST roster when they're trying to kite back.
Okay, now we see the Warmogs actually kicking in for the Zac. Didn't have it earlier when we were talking about it, so had that health threshold hit, he is just regenning like crazy. They can then reset off this, make sure they have the items they want. At this point, it is probably overkill, then commit for that last lane and look to close this one out.
To expectations of Rogue, because the main thing that we were considering coming into this game, everybody thought that Rogue would be the clear victors here, and I think they are proving that in-game right now. It's a little bit longer than some of the other teams have taken to dispatch competition. However, Rogue have just done this very calculated. Yeah. Do you think Rogue are meeting expectations, what you're seeing? I mean, it's hard to say, I think, given they're not playing against the highest level of competition, but do you think Rogue are meeting your expectations?
I think so. I think we are seeing... I wasn't sure exactly what kind of team we would see for EU Masters, whether they go for something a bit more aggressive, but I kind of like the tempered style here. It is actually almost a welcome change from how aggressive some of the teams have been. I know it's weird to say I love myself some
You
aggression
do love
normally,
yourself aggression.
but it is because we see so much of it now in the current meta. I like that we're seeing Rogue go for something very slightly different, but still manage that in terms of objective control.
I always like to see teams generate without getting many kills. That always strikes me as a hallmark of a good team. You know, just the ability to generate massive advantages without relying on Fiestas in the lane, for instance. And that's what Rogue have done here. Sub 10 kills. We're not even to double digits.
Given the current meta, I wouldn't quite say it's necessarily a Fiesta if you get a bunch of kills early, but let's look at this last game.
It's going to be an engage by Inspired. Immediately Larson gets another kill. He goes legendary. The charm from Vander is big, but they can't capitalize on it just yet. The Sanctuary of the tower is there, but not for long as Zac jumps in, gets no one with his ultimate. He does go down for the first death of the game. And Rogue's by the way, Woolite has been involved in every single kill in this game. I think the only member of his team to do so. That Baron gets absolutely obliterated. We have not seen a clean 100% ace team fight out of Rogue right now because AF Trencin have been able to back off. In goes the kick, doesn't quite land it. That was a bit of a fail coming out from the Lee Sin, but Larson goes legendary with another kill to his name. This is going to be the resounding fight for Rogue, but wait a second. 2 kills go back towards AF Trencin as the Cassiopeia picks it up. Right now, Finn, he goes into Zhonya's. Chaka has not managed to get the kill, and Wanderer is chasing down the rest of Rogue. Super Minions doing all of the work as Larson continues to push through. He gets loads of kills in this fight, and this should be the end of the game for Rogue. Oh my.
Oh dear. I like that ending.
I had no idea what was going on in that last fight, but something happened.
It was good damage. I like what we saw.